Did you know that according to Entrepreneur Magazine, over 90% of small business owners know nothing about using business credit and end up using their personal social security number and using up their entire life savings without really knowing how to take advantage of business credit? In this video, I will show you the 4-step process you need to follow in order to stop using your social security number and start using your employer identification number, also known as EIN. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am your host, Leo Landaverde, business coach and outsourced CFO, helping you scale your business. If you're ready to grow your business to 7 figures and beyond while creating the financial freedom and the lifestyle you want, then don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe to this channel so you will be notified every time new content comes out. Building your business credit is actually not hard to do. You just need to know the proper steps to follow to get started. Step number 1, building credit business, building your business credibility. The perception of lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business credit, it's critical to your ability to build a strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets the credibility for the lenders. So the first thing you need to know is you got to stop using your social proprietorships, anything using your social security number, and instead you need to get a legal entity. You can build business credit with almost any corporate entity type. And if you really want to separate your business credit from personal credit, you must use a separate legal entity. And examples are you can use an S corporation, a C corporation. The S stands for small, which is the most common one. You can use an LLC. LLC is a great legal entity anywhere that will shield you, protect you from any personal liability. You can use a general partnership, etc. A professional corporation if you're in the attorney or accounting business. Whether you have employees or not, your business entity must have a federal tax ID. Hence, that is your business social security number. It's called the federal tax ID, also known as your employer identification number. Just like you have a social security number, your business has an EIN. Your tax ID number is used to open bank accounts and to build your business credit profile. So the first thing you do, once you get a corporate legal entity, it will become a separate entity from you. You can take the incorporation papers and everything that comes from the federal filings, and you can take it to a bank. And then you can open up a bank account or savings account for your business under your corporate legal entity. That is step number 1. Step number 2, getting your business credit reports. Business credit reports are offered by Experian, Dun & Bradstreet, and Equifax. You will first want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported before you even start your credit building for your business. You won't need to get reports with all the 3 agencies, but you should have at least one monitoring set up with Dun & Bradstreet or possibly Experian. You will pay anywhere from $19 to $100 to get your business credit report. I would strongly recommend Dun & Bradstreet. And on a side note, if you're gonna be serious about building business credit, you need to establish a Dun & Bradstreet number. It's called a DNB number. It becomes very important if you want to do business with the government or publicly traded companies. They will look you up as a company with the DNB. It's like the equivalent of the FICO. You will have a DNB score. Step number 3, getting vendor credit. So despite what you may think, big retailers like Home Depot or Office Depot, etc., they won't just give you credit right away just because you have a brand new entity. They will want established credit. But the problem is, if nobody's willing to give you started credit, how are you going to get started credit with anywhere? So you have to start somewhere. What I recommend is that you might start getting business credit with starter vendors. Those starter vendors are the ones who will give you initial credit even if you have no credit profile for your business, no score, no trade lines. Most stores like Staples will not give you any initial starter credit, so don't even mind applying. But there are vendors that will be happy to extend you some credit. Some of those may be Best Buy. Smaller vendors, local vendors in your neighborhood might be able to give you a starter credit. On the personal side of things, what do most people do? They go with the Macy's, the JCPenney's. That's how you get your initial personal credit. The same is true for your business credit. You go to those who don't mind, giving you that kind of credit. Some of the vendor credit may be companies that you work with on a regular basis. Like if you're using these companies as cost of goods, and if you have to buy supplies from them. So say for instance you were a pool service provider and you clean pools, and then you get your supplies from Leslie's Pool Supplies. That's just one example. You would ask for vendor credit from Leslie's and make sure that they are reporting your transactions and your history and your good paying habits to Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. That's how you start. Step number 4, getting revolving credit. After 5 payment experiences are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards and business owners are cards a business owner can use that where you're not required to pay the full advance, the full balance every month. Revolving account approvals will be coming from stores. For instance, you can Visa, MasterCard, American Express type cards associated with stores will not approve you personally, but may instead approve your business, because what this revolving, the issuers will look, they will pull your business credit profile and they will see those transactions, that history that you have established with your vendor, your smaller vendors. So it creates a domino effect. If they are looking at your credit and see that you're using it wisely with some of your vendors, they may take a chance and give you a revolving line of credit, and then you move from there. Now, the cool thing about business credit versus personal credit, that in business credit you get larger limits. So it's not uncommon to have a business line of credit for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Usually they start at $10,000 versus on a personal side, you'll be lucky if you get a $2,000 line of credit, because your business is supposed to be able to generate revenue automatically. The revolving, the credit banks, they will look at that and they will give you just a larger line of credit. Hopefully that information is helpful to you. Please comment below and let me know if this information was useful to you about using your employer identification number. Also, if you want to join a community of like-minded successful entrepreneurs just like you, then join our Facebook group at the link below, where I share tips, tactics, and strategies on how my clients are growing their businesses to 7 figures and beyond.